I read the book, Uncle Brock, by Neil Donald Walsh, The
Okay.
Purpose for Relationships. It was actually the title.
Okay.
And the way that it was written, it was just like a dialogue between him and God.
Mm-hmm.
And he was asking about relationships, asking the questions that normal people would normally ask. And
Mm-hmm.
the answers were just so profound. I was like, oh crap, I had it all wrong. I thought I got into relationships so that I can get something. Like the guy had to give me something
Serve.
so that I
Serve.
can be worthy. Yeah.
Serve. It's service.
Oh man, I didn't
Listen,
know.
listen. When you were talking, that's why I shut up, and and I couldn't help. I really couldn't help go over 27 years of my marriage. And it was such a turn on when I served my wife. And the stuff is real. It was such a turn on. And with respect to the women in the panel and to you, when we did get to the bed activity, oh my God.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience. It's because you're
Yeah,
still giving of
you
yourself.
still
You're not
giving.
trying to get a climax.
No,
You're giving of yourself,
no.
and it's in the
Yes.
giving that we
Oh
get
my,
the pleasure.
yes, yes, yes.
It's in the giving do we get the pleasure.
But if
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm gonna be a little raunchy. But if you just going after a nut, you'd have missed the whole purpose.
Say that again.
But well, no, I'll use the politically correct term. If you're just going after a climax, you'd have missed the whole purpose. All right, we breaking up. She must have got a call.
No, I didn't get another call. I'm at work. I
Oh,
had a
oh,
I had a customer
okay,
come in.
okay.
Yeah, but you're right. It's like being teleported to the destination without the journey, without the sightseeing, without
Uh-huh.
the experience of the
All
travel.
the in betweens.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
You don't get that.
yeah.
Because when you get to the destination, guess what? You're going to want to go
Yeah.
someplace else, like home.
Then what? Then what?
Yeah. You know, but when also I realized, right, is
Somebody else is
that
in.
it
Oh no, that's your workplace.
mm-mm.
I was hearing
Another
about
thing that I
that.
realized is that we don't know what we want until we get what we don't
Mm,
have.
mm, yeah. And we walk away and say, "Well, I know I don't want that no more."
Yeah. And when we, experience the thing that we don't want, we focus so much on that aspect of that part of the relationship. I don't want, as opposed to focusing the attention to the things that, well, you do like.
Yeah.
Because when you pay attention to the things that you do like and you share it with your partner, they will do it more often.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a kid who wants attention. They don't care how they get it. They just want the
Mm-hmm.
attention. So they act out because they know that that's the only way they're going to get that attention. Right? It's the same thing when you tell someone like how much you appreciate they did this, how well they've done in that, how great they're doing at this, they're going to do it more often
Mm-hmm.
because they're going to feel appreciated. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to feel valued.
It's the principle of sowing and reaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
But the sowing and reaping thing is kind of tricky because, like I said
yeah,
in the
it
earlier in
is.
the live,
It
is that
is.
you can have two
Yep.
people in the same exact relationship with
Yep.
each other and have two separate experiences when where one can find it fulfilling because they're reaping seeds. The seeds that is being reaped are the thoughts. The
Mm-hmm.
seeds are the thoughts that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So when we
Mm-hmm.
are planting negative thinking thoughts about our partner, well, guess what type of fruit is going to be bared? Unedible, inedible, not unedible,
Mm-hmm.
inedible. It's not going to be tasty. It's not going to be fully ripened, or it might be overripe. It's just not good.
Yeah, so true. So true.
you know.
So
But
true.
we have to
How is
like really truly talk about like why are you in the relationship? I think that's the question that should really be asked. Why do you want to be in a relationship?
I up until, well, even after, but on my way to being married, I've always held close, and it's not the only principle, but I held close to when Paul said, it's not, he said, I really want all men to be like me, single. He says, but I know that it's not possible with all men. Uh,
That's why he said it's best to be
to
married.
make, you know where I'm going is yeah, than to burn, and the
Yes.
burning was consumed by your lust, and the word lust is desire for sexual activity. But of course, the purpose of marriage is much more than just sex. That is one of the purposes. And then the overflow benefits of that. Okay, we could have a whole lot less unwanted babies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The courtrooms, the jails won't be as, et cetera, et cetera. It overflows into a lot of things. And so, that's one thing that I always held to, um, was that, it's not good for me to be alone. That's a purpose, and that's way back over in
In
Genesis.
Genesis. Yep.
You know, way before we get over here to the New Testament about burning because of your lust.
But I
So
think that's also where the Bible kind of directs us, instructs us, should I say, not to be unequally yoked with someone.
yes, yes,
Because
yeah.
you can find yourself with someone who you may love deeply, who you may really, really want to be with, but your walk and their walks are two different walks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they may want you to walk with them, but you want to walk with God.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't walk
Or
with them and God if they're going in two separate
in
directions.
two separate direct, it ain't gonna never. You made me think about um an illustration I got when I was in sales. You could take two horses, two mules. The first level is you got a pile of hay in the center of the two animals. We'll say two horses,
Okay.
and the two horses are walking, or they're facing in separate directions. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Come down, come down to the second level. Now the hay is still in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both looking back at the hay, but they haven't made a about face to go in the same direction towards the hay. And, and,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you get to the third level, they both have turned around and now they're facing the hay. And of course, the fourth level, they both have come together and now they're eating off of the same bale of hay.
Nice. I like that analogy. It's like what I got from that is like the hay is the purpose.
Uh-huh. Eat. Gotta eat.
Okay, right? And the first group, the first two horses, right? You know, the purpose was between them, but they were going two separate ways.
Two separate
The
ways.
other the other set of animals, they looked at the purpose, but they never went towards the purpose. They saw it and just left it as it was. The other, the third group now that turned to the purpose is just doing nothing. They're looking at it, but they're doing nothing with the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Mm-hmm.
they're doing nothing with the purpose, nothing is being gained.
Mm-hmm.
And where the last group, well, yeah, they did the damn thing with the purpose.
Mm-hmm. It's a reflection of teamwork. It's a reflection of individuality. It's a reflection of your mental, your thinking.
Yeah.
And it also exposes selfishness. Marriage magnifies what you already are as a single person. And there's
Relationships magnifies what
yeah,
and not
yeah.
just intimate relationships, the way we relate to other people.
Yes.
It reveals who we are.
Yeah.
It literally, I thought that the other day because I was thinking about a couple that I know, right? And the wife, she is she's definitely a gem.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
She's kind, she's thoughtful, she's loving her community. She wants to help people. She actually does help people, right? And her husband, on the other hand, he doesn't care too much for that. You know,
Okay.
he, he wants to he wants his wife to just go to work, come home, and and just cater to
Cater
him.
to him. Yeah.
hmm Now the wife was like a little bit conflicted. She wasn't conflicted to where she's like, who should I choose, God or him? She was conflicted into the fact of, why would you get with me knowing that this was my walk, just to try
Mm-hmm.
to change it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where a lot of relationships go belly up, is when a partner is trying to change the person that they agree to accept as is.
Yeah. I testified to that early in my matter of fact, to be honest, Trinity, it was like with the first week of my marriage.
Mm. What happened? Oh, maybe he got no, he didn't get a call. I think he hit the mute button.
I did, and I was just I was
He's
just
just yakking away.
I was just talking my ass off.
Good thing it's just you and me up here right now. So you good,
I
you
forget
good.
about that phone call, cut it out. But yeah, she my first week of my marriage, I was making such a serious mistake. And it's okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Uh I was I was putting my foot in my mouth. I was I was damaging my marriage, and it wasn't even a month into the marriage. And I knew
Mm,
she was quiet, and something said, "Fool, you better shut up."
mm.
And I killed that thing right then and
But
there.
see, you paid attention.
Yeah,
Most people are so self-absorbed that they don't pay attention to the person that they're in the relationship with. They and what I mean by so self-absorbed. So let's say, the woman that the guy is with, um, is sensitive in nature, right? So, you kind of have to kind of say things a certain way to
right,
get a good
right,
to get a positive
right.
result, so to speak. And if that person says something like, "Oh my God, you're so effing stupid," and she shuts down, instead of him looking at what he said, right, and how it may have affected her, he's like, "Oh, look at her. She don't even care. She don't even care
Mm-hmm.
that, this pissed me off. Look at her. She's just
Mm-hmm.
so damn lazy."
Mm-hmm.
But what she's doing is, one, she's freaking traumatized. You called her stupid, which
Stupid.
translates
Yeah.
to inadequacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I'm inadequate, I'm afraid to move because I'm afraid to get it wrong. Because if I get it wrong, you're going to yell at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Set her up to fail every time. I've been in a relationship like that where it's like almost like walking on eggshells. You
Yeah.
wanna you
Yep.
wanna be how and who you are, but every time you move in your way, there comes judgment, criticisms,
Yeah.
yelling, anger, frustration, and it's like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get it right.
Yeah.
So it's like, why the F am I even in this damn
Yeah.
relationship?
I was attacking her personhood, and that was so wrong. That was so wrong. And I had never dated a woman. Well, I had one, my high school sweetheart. Matter of fact, to be honest, they were just alike, very smart, quiet. Now they could articulate, but their personhood was quiet. um, very, very effective in whatever they did. And I was kind of attacking that. You know why? Because I hadn't dated too many women like that. And now that I'm in a marriage, oh man, I was glad. I'm glad. Because if I hadn't have corrected that, I wouldn't have stayed married no 27 years. There's no
That
way.
was maturity. Like
And
you said, maturity is not doing the thing you know you're not supposed to do, and to correct what you
after you done
did
did it, yeah,
after you done did it.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? But this thing called pride, Uncle Brock,
yeah.
this
It's
thing
thick.
called pride,
It's
thick,
thick.
yes,
It's thick.
it's
It's a
dense.
monster. It's a
Holy
monster.
crap. It grips you, and it's like an anaconda. It will not let you
Squeeze
go
the
until
life
it
out you. Yes,
devours
it will.
you.
Yes, it will. Pride.
You know, this inability to admit, all right, I did this the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
No, mm-mm. Nope.
I'm gonna tell
It's
you,
more like, if you didn't do this, then I wouldn't have done that the wrong way. It's like,
her.
really? That's
Yeah,
how that goes?
her and her sister were so different, but yet sisters, same father, same mother, all that. And my wife, she did not like to be talked, not even loud, even hard to. And I heard you when you said you have to say things a certain way, a certain
Yeah.
tone and texture to it. And that was my wife. And I had to learn. Here's another thing about relationships, specifically marriage. It will mature you if you let it. If you can recognize where you're going wrong, it will help you mature.
But
And
you have to want to grow.
oh, no doubt, you got to want it. It ain't automatic. And yeah, so I learned how to talk to her in a very calm. And of course, there's always exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
And she would just let me vent. She would sit right there and wouldn't say a word. She let me get it all out.
That's what I got to learn. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm good at allowing, meaning that I'm not posing as a source of resistance, right?
Right, right.
I'm good at allowing people to vent their cases with me. My issue is when you mischaracterize me.
Okay,
Morning.
okay. Yeah, that can be difficult to swallow. Yeah,
Oh, like when you are accusing me
yeah,
of, of being a certain
yeah.
way that goes against the very character and nature of my beingness. I get so upset.
Well, that was me. That's my number uno
You're
one
welcome.
trigger button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't call me a liar when I've never lied to you, and you've never heard me lie to anybody else. Don't 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 insinuate that I'm a cheater.
yeah, yeah,
Show you no evidence of it. Just because you feel a certain way when I spoke to someone doesn't make me what you try to make me
yeah.
out to be. I'm
I
not the
think you
version
said it.
in your head.
I
Uh huh.
think you said it earlier. What people are guilty of, they have a tendency to subject you to that, and they
Yeah.
think everybody else is like that,
Yeah.
and that's not necessarily true.
Yeah. Just because it's in you
Yeah,
doesn't mean
yeah,
that is something that I would do.
yeah,
And another thing that I find that that could be hurtful to relationships is when you bring other people into it. Meaning, well, other people done this before, and other people are known to do that, and other people, who who are you who are you in a relationship with? Me or the
yeah,
other people?
mhm,
Who are
yeah,
you looking at?
yeah.
Me or the other people? Who are you
You dealing with
seeing?
me.
Me or the
This is
other
me.
people? Because if I looked at you like I look at other men, you are a dog, a cheating, a liar, a
Yeah,
betrayer, a child molester, a rapist.
yeah,
You are a horrible, horrible human being based on your gender
yeah,
alone. Should I hold you
yeah,
to that?
yeah. Gender alone. I ain't put no personal name. I ain't put no experiences in there. Just gender. That was a good analytical look at it. That was good.
Yeah. And it's like hurt, that hurt is so deeply embedded in that individual. It's like, oh, now you're gaslighting me. What the? F. So my observation is now gaslighting. So I can't even, it's so weird today that people use words out of context, out of its definition, based on their feeling while hearing or using. It's kind of meaningless to even have a conversation with someone nowadays. To
I
be
would,
even try to even get into a relationship with them.
yeah, yeah. It's you know what? You tipped up on me with that one. After being married 27 years, yeah, society has gone through a lot of, here again, we use words like society and the app, whether it's IG, whether it's Beagle, whether it's YouTube. We talk like the app is the issue. The app is nothing more than technology. We are the app. The app without us is nothing.
Right.
I
The
wish
app is
people
us. The platform is
thank
IG.
thank you. It's us that's causing the
So
problems. Look in the
Facebook,
damn mirror, people.
Facebook breaks up a lot of marriage. No, it's how the person uses the damn platform carelessly and
People.
recklessly. There's no accountability in this
Yeah.
in this time.
Like the app, and I don't care how wonderful AI, the new technology is, it still ain't a person. It doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have veins. Do I need to go on?
Nope.
It doesn't have cartilage and blood and muscles and
Limbs,
cells.
organs, nothing.
It
Nothing.
has
It has nothing.
nothing.
But you know what it is? It is I'm
We
realizing the
don't want to
more
be
I interact.
accountable for shit
I
no
was
more.
just about to say that. I was like, the more I interact on these platform, on these lives, I'm realizing, even in my real life, it's crazy. People know that they've done wrong, but yet will not do anything
We'll
to
hold out.
rectify
Look,
it.
we'll hold out. I'm gonna go to the courtroom. We'll hold out until the judge hits the gavel, guilty, and even
Yep.
then, the bailiff, the you done got me worked up this morning, Shirley. Kicking and screaming, I'm innocent, and they got you. They never took you out the damn handcuffs. You're on your way to jail now, and you still hollering, I'm not guilty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Or
want to
better
be
yet,
accountable.
I'm guilty, but I don't want the
Yeah,
consequences.
okay.
I'm
I can
guilty.
walk with that.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
I'm in. Yeah, I know I may. I know I may have some insecurity issues. But yeah, but I don't like it when you. It's like, wait, what are you gonna do about your insecurity issues? Because if you know you have insecurity issues, anything you say to me is your issue.
yeah,
Anything you say about me is your issue because you already agreed and acknowledged you have even a little bit of a security issue.
yeah. I heard in such a different way
Good
a
morning, Quell.
clip,
Mm-hmm.
a clip, and we got this saying, and I know you know it. I said what I said,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, and when I heard it this time, Trinity, I saw it. But
Mm.
yet you want to say you're not controlling, but the man is.
Yeah.
How controlling is that? In other words, anything you say after this doesn't matter if you can't do it the way I want it. I said what I said.
You know what? I got
If
Quell
that's
up
not
here.
controlling, what is it?
Delusional, thinking that it's not controlling.